Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi. I'm currently following the WW Blue program, but on my channel I provide points for all three programs and I also share calories as well. I'd love to have you as part of the family. So in today's video, this is going to be another cook with me video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how I make air fryer chicken nuggets. So my grandson absolutely loves chicken nuggets, and while I will say I do buy him chicken nuggets from the store, I also do like making them fresh. So let's head over and I'll show you how easy these are to make. So for today, the recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you is a Skinnytaste recipe. I've made her chicken nuggets before. I've made her chicken tenders before. They always come out real well. So I'm going to be sharing that. I have done several different ways of making chicken tenders or chicken nuggets. There are so many different recipes out there. Some people do like a pickled brine, which that's really good, although the sodium is really high on that one. In fact, I want to say Skinnytaste has a pickled brine chicken tenders recipe, I believe. So this is the one I'm going to do today. I doubled the ingredients, so I'm going to be making it with 2 pounds of skinless, boneless chicken breast, and I'm going to be making enough for 8. So when you go to her website, it does have just a serving of 4. So I've just doubled it, so it's doubled all the ingredients. So keep that in mind. So for me, it's going to make 8 portions, and this is going to be 3 points on blue and purple and 5 points on green for each serving. And for calories, for 4 ounces of the chicken is 188 calories. So what you want to do is just get 2 bowls. In this bowl, we're going to put 4 teaspoons of olive oil. Now, you could just use like an egg to dip it in, but I think the olive oil definitely gives it more flavor than the recipes I've used with just dipping it in egg. And then one thing that's not on the recipe that I like to coat my chicken in is some Dijon mustard. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of that in with the olive oil. And just mix that up. Set that bowl aside. Now get your other bowl. To this bowl, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to put in 3/4 of a cup of Italian style breadcrumbs. And then just give that a mix. So now we're going to go back to this bowl and then take the chicken. So I already have here 2 pounds of cubed chicken breast. I just usually buy the great big thing of chicken breast and I portion it out into chicken breast fillets and then also some cubed chicken breasts. So just dump that in there. And then just try to mix that up the best you can. And then we're also going to add some salt and pepper. And just mix that until all the mustard and olive oil is all coated. All right, I'm going to let mine sit just for a few minutes because I think I have a few pieces that are not quite thawed out. All right, I think that is thawed through now. So now I'm going to take the breadcrumb mixture and just put that chicken right in there and get that all coated. And then I'm going to have to do this in batches because one thing with cooking chicken nuggets in there, you don't want to overcrowd them. You want there to be like enough air flowing through. So I'm going to do this in batches. So what I'm going to do is get this all coated, and then I'm just going to put some wax paper down on my counter and just pour the chicken over that. That way it doesn't sit in here and kind of clump up. And there you go. So just a nice light layer of breading on them, but enough that they are chicken nuggets. And then what I usually do is dip them in some sugar-free barbecue sauce. They're so good. So now I'm going to use my Instant Pot. I have the Instant Pot Duo Crisp with air fryer. So this has the air fryer lid. So I'm going to take this lid off, and then I'm going to take this out, and that's what I'm going to put the chicken in. So the air fryer lid is actually right here. It sits on a base. So there is the heating element. So that will go on in just a minute. Now I'm just going to take the air fryer basket. I'm going to give it a spray with some olive oil first. And I'm going to use my Misto. So they say not to use commercial cooking spray in these air fryer baskets because it could damage it. So if you don't have a Misto that sprays olive oil, then I would suggest just put some olive oil on a paper towel and wipe it through. Now we're just going to put some of that chicken in the bottom. Oh, I forgot to put let me get my wax paper down or I'm going to make a mess under here. And then you can do this in batches, and then what you can do after is once all the batches are done, then you can just put it all in there and just cook it for another minute just to heat it back up. So I'm going to try and do like half of it in there. So what I'm going to do is cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over, cook it for another 5 to 6 minutes, and that should be enough. It really depends on how small your chicken pieces are. And then I'll just keep going in batches until they're done. So this is going down in my pot. So with the air fryer, you don't need liquid. And that goes on there. Sorry if I'm shaking around. I'm trying to hold my camera and show you this at the same time. So the lid goes on there, and now just hit air fry. Oh, and the temperature. The temperature needs to be at 400. And then I'm gonna do it for, I think 5 minutes based on the size that I have. And then that'll start heating up. It sounds pretty much just like any old air fryer. So that'll cook for 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna open it and flip it. So this is just like an air fryer. It's not like pressure cooker mode where you have to do the sealer or anything. When this is done with the 5 minutes, I'm literally gonna just lift this and lift the handle right up. That's it. There's no, you don't have to let any pressure out or anything like that. So I'm gonna let that go. And like I said, I'll flip it over at 5 minutes and then do about another 5 minutes on the other side. So I was going to pour the rest of the chicken onto the wax paper, but there's plenty enough breading in here that at the bottom that I don't think it's going to clump up. So I'm just going to leave that in there. All right, so the first 5 minutes is done. So now, if you get one of these Instant Pots, make sure to put the air fryer lid on this base so it doesn't burn your counter. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of stir those around to flip them over a little bit. And back on for 5 more minutes. All right, let's see what this looks like. So I think the chicken is done, but it just depends on how crispy you like it. So there you go. So the chicken is done. So I'm going to leave it that way, and I'm just going to go on to the next batches because I'm going to put this all together after and cook it for another minute anyway. All right, so while the last batch is cooking, I just want to show you what it looks like. So this is the 4 ounces, and then I have my 0 point barbecue sauce. So for this amount is 3 points on blue and purple, 5 points on green, and if you're counting calories, 188 calories. So let me know in the comments if you end up trying those and what you think of them. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. I'm Kristi, and I'm Planning Us Healthy.
Don't you know that you're beautiful?